The rest of the day is all about the how. We've done the why, we've done the what. The rest of the day is about how do we do this, how does an EXO go forward, and literally just go into the practical details, case studies, and so on. And the person who's going to start and lead that part of the program is Emilie, and Emilie is the CEO of EXO Works, which basically designs high-quality sprints, and I'm sure she's going to be talking about that. So, a hand for Emilie to join us and tell us about the how. Emilie, please. And Paul, who's our massive disruptor and head coach, he's the man who's behind a lot of the content and the thinking behind this. Over to you, Paul. Sorry.
Okay, thank you. Can you put up the slides? Okay, guys, so we have to speed up now because now we are jumping into the how. So that means the rest of the day is not sitting around like this, it's working. Because if you see all these cool things that Salim was talking about, is how are you going to transform your organization to become that? And that means hard work. It's not going all by itself. So we are now in the fourth revolution, and that is all about how and why Salim was writing his book. So, but we are moving forward, and we are now at the point that we are able to describe the tool set to become more exponential on a concrete level. And that is in this book. And you guys, you get today a copy, right? And that is this Solviant idea. We put it in the open. Do it yourself, right? That's how we are working, because it is needed that we are changing. And it cannot be done by traditional consulting companies like KPMG, Accenture, whatever. You have to do it, right? But you have to do the right things. And how you can do the right things is what we are going to help you with to become 10x. So here's an example of that book. So you see our coaches walking around with an MTP because that is the starting point. We will pay attention today to develop an MTP. And the tool set in the book gives you step by step how you can do that. Just as an example. So here we have the ingredients, what Salim was talking about. Here we have the recipe, right? The Solviant recipe. And here we have the kitchen. And the kitchen is us, right? So we are helping you to make a real good meal. And what do you need at what moment in time? That's what we are here. Today, we will focus on this side. We will focus on a sprint, an EXO sprint. And an EXO sprint is proven methodology. In 10 weeks' time, we are able to change an organization. I repeat that, in 10 weeks' time, we are able to change an organization, big or small. And it is a very simple model, and my colleague Emilie will talk a little bit more on that, does a little deep dive. I just show it here today. And how are we going, that is the secret of everything, how are we going to use the abundant world that you don't need to invent, that you don't need to develop, but that you are going to use for your own best. And that, from the outside, we are bringing that to the inside. How are you going to use that in your own organization? What is the trick about it? How are you going to do that? So it's all about how. We are using, we call that, by the way, that is the EXO canvas. So we made a canvas of this so that you can use that in a simple way. Of course, if you build something, you need a business model. So we are using business model canvas. We will touch a little bit on that today. Yeah? And it is not a business model that you build today for the next 5 years. You are out of business. So you have to do that in a flexible, agile way. And then, once you have that book, and you do it yourself, and you're walking around and you're talking to your people, to your colleagues, and you learn actually how to become exponential, theoretically, it's like if you are learning theoretically how to swim, when you touch the water, it's a different story. And that's why we are here, our ExO coaches, and we are building rapidly an ExO ecosystem that we will talk about later today, how that works. And all to help you. All we are here is to help you to make your company a better company for this fast changing world. Here is the program that we are doing today. I'm not going to walk you through that today. We will do that while we are going. And we are hoping that we are not losing too much time because we want to expose you as much as possible to this methodology. Here are our coaches, the faces who will help you to run through the assignments today. So I hand it over now to Emilie to do a deep dive in the sprint methodology.